Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. So I have just been sitting here and filming my yarn videos that I've managed to get today, and so I thought I'd pop on and do my chat at the same time because tomorrow we fly. Oh, yeah, how much I hate that. But tomorrow we fly home, and by the time, I don't know, maybe probably 2:40 we take off. We don't arrive in the UK until the following day because they're so far ahead of us here. And yeah, so all of the videos that I've been uploading to come up at 8 AM in Vegas, yeah, that really threw me at first. I was setting my videos to do at 8 AM and not realizing that I was now on Vegas time, and they're all going to be at different times. So now, if you're used to watching me at these times, it's all going to change again. I'm going to be on UK time, and there may be a video missing, a chat video missing for Saturday, because obviously I don't know, it's a time difference. It just may not be one. But when I get home and I touch down and I get actually through the door, you never know, I might do a little update, so we'll see. But yeah, so this is my last Vegas chat video because unless I make one before I go tomorrow, of course I could do that, we'll see. Because I've done most of the packing tonight. One suitcase is just yarn and a pair of shoes. This one's going to be yarn and toiletries. Most of those are going to have to be left behind, I think. But we'll see. I've got to try and creatively pack the rest of my stuff. So yeah, thank goodness for Uber. And you know, I really wish that we had been kind of thought about Uber at the beginning, because there was a couple of excursions that we didn't do because they didn't pick up, and you know, you couldn't figure out where they were. And one of them was I know it was kind of like a place that you go, you eat, and they have entertainment and everything else, and I just thought it might be cool, but it was just, I had no idea where that was. So obviously if and plus we've lost 3 days, as you know, and when we get home that's going to be another job, is getting to grips with making that complaint, and getting our money back and maybe some compensation for the lost part, and all of the expenses that we had staying in a hotel. That, okay, they paid for the hotel, but we had expenses while we were there. Not sure if we'll get those back. And anyway, I'm going to try my level best, because you know, they really did screw up our first part of the holiday. And yeah, and I know that there's been quite a lot of things happening, because Martin Lewis, the money guy, I get his newsletter, and I briefly read it, and it said, has your flight been cancelled? And I guess he did it because suddenly 200 odd flights were cancelled over the weekend by BA and British Airways, sorry. And because of that, but his information said, even if it was in the past, if your flight was delayed, you can still make a claim on it. So this is the first time it's ever happened to us. Oh, I've left my light on. That'll be draining my battery. I couldn't find my glasses. They're in there somewhere, but I figured if I had light shining on the yarn, I could see the labels. You've got nice big yarn label info over here, not like in the UK. Some of ours, you know, they put blue on a, like dark blue on a light blue background or something ridiculous, and you can't read it, and it's tiny anyway. So I think we just about hear helicopters go overhead. They do kind of a circuit of the strip, and we do hear them, but luckily they stop kind of late. Well, not too late, but they do stop at a decent time, so they don't keep people awake. But all the time I've been here, I've worn earplugs. I've managed to sleep with earplugs and not get sore ears every single night, which never ever has happened to me before. I can usually only do them a couple of nights max. but I've managed to put them in, and that it didn't quite block out all of Gary's snoring, just saying, but at least I didn't hear the aircon whirring away and the helicopters, if there were any, if I went to bed earlier. Not that I did much going to bed early. So last night, what did we do? Okay, I can't remember what exactly I've told you, but we went out during the day. We had a walk round. I didn't do much in a way, because I don't know if it was a snowball effect, but yesterday we went to the yarn shop, went to Michael's, and we came back, and then we walked down the strip a little ways, and my feet were killing me. They were just worse than if I'd I mean, we've done days where we've walked all around Death Valley and did a heck of a lot of walking, and in comparison, the excursion to LA was not as much walking, and then we didn't do as much walking the next day. But for some reason, my feet were in agony yesterday, so we didn't really go too far, and we came back, had a bit of a break, and then I said, you know, we just go downstairs, and there was a restaurant, I think it was in the Mandalay Bay, that did jambalaya, and Gary, when he saw that, he thought he really wanted to try the jambalaya, so we went there. The server, she said, oh, we've got a lounge, a really cool lounge, I'll give you a couple of free tickets, go check it out, it's really cool. And when she explained it, we thought, this sounds very similar to the Skyfall Lounge, which we have done when we were here last time and here this time, and it has an open air balcony. I thought it was very similar sounding, so we went to check it out. And although for us the Skyfall was better, if you're young, then that one is probably the best one, because it was massive, and it was dark and loud music, and there were kind of little bits where you could sit tucked out the way in a couple or a group. It was quite cool, but the security was outrageous. I mean, it really was. They searched us on the way in. It was quite weird as well, you know, not polite searching you either. They were quite assertive, I'll say. But you know, we did do some videoing up there, and we didn't sit down. It wasn't really, if we'd gone to the Skyfall, then maybe we'd have had a drink and sat out on the sofas, and because you can sit on the balcony and you've got just a glass wall in front of you so you can see the strip. We'd have done that, but this one we could stand up when there was no glass, which I thought was a bit bad, because you could jump off, you know, which is why I think the Skyfall has the glass. It's very windy up there as well, so I don't know, maybe they're not so windy there. It didn't seem it. Anyway, we went up there, that's what we did, and then we came back, and just by that time we're ready for bed. So yeah, we saw another balcony, another lounge, another penthouse lounge kind of thing. Very cool one, very cool. But I can imagine if you were one of the bright young things, you know, it might be really appealing, that one. Oh, instead of a dull old thing, a bright young thing or a dull old thing. I am starving. We've had nothing to eat all day. Tell a lie, I had 2 miniature Oreos. That's all I've eaten, and it is now 1:30. So Gary's gonna go have a shower. He couldn't do it now because obviously he'd walk out and you'd see him walking along here, and you'd probably get more Gary than you bargained for, if you know what I mean. So he's gonna go have a shower now, and I will just upload these, and then we're gonna go out, go on the big wheel thing, high roller, the link. There's so many names for one little wheel. We're gonna do that. We're gonna eat at Bubba Gump's tonight, and maybe we'll get an Uber to Fremont Street and do the last day of the last bits, and that's it. Then we'll come back and flop into that bed and crash out. sounds good to me. So yeah, for my last kind of full day here in Vegas. So it's over quick. When it seems like it's a long holiday, and then all of a sudden it's like, really? It's like we're going home tomorrow, you know? It seems weird. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.